Some days, we don't even realize how tightly we've been holding it all together until something soft invites us to let go. Maybe that's this moment. Maybe this is your pause. Maybe this is the first time today that someone has asked you how you feel and meant it. No expectations, no answers needed. Just space. Space for your heart, for your breath, for your story. So before we even begin, I want to say this. You don't have to brace yourself here. You don't have to hold it all together either. This is a space for your truth to just sit it down and exhale. Take a deep breath. Wherever you are, that could be driving, folding laundry, or walking through the neighborhood. You made it here. And that's not a small thing. I'm Kayrie Jonay, and this is The Weight of Her Story. If you've been listening, you know this isn't just a podcast. It's a place where we slow down enough to feel what's true. A place where the stories we've carried finally get seen and maybe even released. In episode 6, we talked about rebuilding peace, the kind that doesn't have to be earned or proven or delayed. Then in episode 7, we explored what it means to cultivate that peace by practicing boundaries, stillness, and softness without apology. And in our last episode, we talked about what the body still carries, those silent survival patterns that hide in our rhythms, in our cravings, even our silence. Today, we're entering a tender space because awareness is only the beginning. Now comes the part that asks us to gently let go of what we've known so we can make room for what's truly needed. This episode is about unlearning survival, the quiet work of releasing the patterns that once protected us, but now just keep us small. Sometimes the most healing thing I can offer is a mirror, not a strategy, not a solution, just a reflection, so you can finally see what you've been carrying. So if this is you, take a breath. There's nothing wrong with you. Maybe you're the one who just does it all, keeps busy, organized, never lets the ball drop. Because if you stop moving, it feels like everything will fall apart. You learned early that doing kept you safe. Or maybe you're the nurturer, the one everyone turns to, the caretaker, the comforter, the reliable one. You meet everyone's needs, often at the cost of your own, because deep down, love became something you earned. Maybe you're the peacekeeper. You keep things smooth, agreeable, unproblematic. You avoid conflict, blend in. You stay quiet. Not because you don't have something to say, but because safety has always depended on keeping the peace. Or maybe you're the protector, strong, independent, unshakable on the outside, because softness once got you hurt. You lead with logic, you move with strategy, and emotions, they come last. If any of this resonates, you're not broken, you're brilliant. You've adapted, you survived. But survival, that isn't the final destination, and that's where we're headed next. Survival taught you how to be sharp, to anticipate needs before they're even spoken, to read the rooms like weather reports, to be what others needed so you wouldn't be left behind or misunderstood or dismissed. But healing asks a different question. What do you need? Now that you're no longer in danger, see, coping isn't always loud. It's often quiet. It's skipping meals because there's too much to do. It's finishing your day with dessert because it's the only pleasure you allow. It's saying yes when you mean no, just to keep the peace. It's staying strong when you're exhausted, because that's what's expected of you. It's telling yourself, I should be grateful. I'm fine. I'll deal with it later. But later never comes. So you just keep holding it. What if your body didn't have to keep proving you're okay? What if your worth didn't have to be tied to how much you endure? What if survival was never meant to be your whole life's story? Just the opening chapters. I want to say something to the part of you that is still bracing. You're not behind. You're not broken. You are not weak for needing softness. You are human, and you are healing. Unlearning survival, it doesn't mean that you throw away your strength. It just means that you redefined it. Strength can be eating breakfast. Strength could be crying in the car instead of numbing it out. Strength can be texting a friend when your default is isolation. And strength could be slowing down, even when the world is moving fast. And sometimes, strength is saying, I'm tired of always being strong. I no longer need to be the storm or the shelter. I can just be here. You are allowed to live a life that doesn't require you to recover, especially recovering from it every night. You are allowed to eat without guilt, to rest without apology, to feel joy without fear. That's the difference between coping and healing. So as we close today, I want to invite you to choose one small way to live, not just survive today. Maybe it's sitting down to eat your meal. Maybe it's saying no when you normally say yes. Maybe it's letting someone see the real you, even just a little. Because the woman who survived everything you've been through deserves to live a life that feels like hers. And next time, we're going to talk about what that life can look like. I'll be sharing more of my own journey, The moments I stopped surviving and started rebuilding. We'll talk about how I lost over 100 pounds and created a program that didn't just focus on weight, but focused on the identity, the biology, and belief. Blood Type Fit was born from that healing. It's not a quick fix. It's a reset. One rooted in who you are, not who you were told to be. So if you've been nodding along quietly to these episodes, just know the next chapter is for you. But until then, take care of yourself today, even if it's just one small way, because you deserve that much. If today's episode spoke to a part of you, would you share it with a friend who might need to hear it too?